Truth Man here. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simp in All Subjects channel. Listen, now I'm ready to make the financial changes I need to make. Everybody say, y'all ever notice how, and we talking about money on this, y'all ever notice how you always say, like, you don't do what you need to do at the same time that you learn what you need to do? Sometimes you make a couple more mistakes before you actually be like, okay, I'm ready. And it's like, you gotta know within yourself that you don't have enough money. And it's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the signs that you're ready to go get that money. Signs that you're ready to go get that money. Like when your taste changes. That's number one, first thing I want to mention. When your taste changes, like, you know how you be not wanting to look at expensive stuff? When you are not scared to look at expensive things, and you're not scared to go on homes.com and look at those mansions and how they set up, and you calculate is the next thing. You're not scared to look at them no more. Your taste changes. And now you calculate. Like, how am I going to get to this point where I can get this? How am I going to get to this point where I can get that? Until you're not ashamed to look at it and you're not ashamed to calculate it, you ain't ready. You know how some people don't look at cars that's out of their on paper range? Notice we say on paper, because you got on paper and you got in your spirit. In your spirit should be higher than on paper. See, once you learn how to, like I say, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. You can't get that stuff until you believe and know that you can. And you can't get that stuff until after you believe and know you can, you expect. See, this is why a lot of us, we waste a lot of years, man. I wish I would have known this stuff. Like you seek validation from people. And you should just be seeking validation from the Most High and trying to validate yourself by building yourself up, gaining credentials, gaining accolades, gaining possessions. There ain't nothing wrong with gaining possessions, y'all. There ain't nothing wrong with it. Next, when people put you down financially and it don't bother you. Like, if somebody calling you broke still bothers you in a sense that you sad, if somebody call you broke, it should motivate you, not bother you. It's a difference. You broke. And watch this. A person that says it in that way, they're trying to keep you back there. But the people that you talk to about what you want and y'all business, how y'all gonna conduct business and possibly together, that's who you talk to about money. You don't talk to the person that don't respect you or don't believe in you, because all they're gonna do is throw shade on it. Like, heard this before. Man, F you. Heard this before. Look, when you marry, even the woman that you considering marrying should not view you in that way. If your wife views you in a way that you're not going to be successful, then you need to divorce her. Because that's strife. Look, that's poverty. That's a poverty mindset. Because she's supposed to be helping you get it, not telling you, not speaking sarcastically about you having it. When they do that, if you stay with them, you're never going to have anything. I'm telling you. They say, well, you can't blame them. In some ways you can. If you stay with a woman that don't think you ever going to have nothing, she's going to stand in the way with her attitude of you having something. These is the women that they don't believe in you to get it, but then when you get it, they're going to try to drag you in court. Curse be upon you. Curse be upon you. I'm telling you. Y'all got to start making these women pay. You want to get in my way? I'm going to hex you. And it ain't coming back. You can't send it back. Because think about it. I told y'all I'm finna be talking about demon knowledge. This is how it works. When you are doing the work of a demon and somebody puts something on you, you ain't gonna be able to send it back. You'll be able to send it back if they trying to keep you down and you tied to the Most High. Like if you the one doing the devil's bidding, you're not going to be able to send it back. The Most High can still catch it for some people. But look, the devil wants the men of God to be broke. So anything that's said, anything that's done that contributes to that, that's the devil's work. Dude, listen. This is me we talking about, man. I stand before the Most High humbly, and the Most High will teach me. And he does teach me. With this stuff I'm teaching you, see, people will think that what they think of you, and the devil will be lying to them the whole time, because the devil, this is how it works. The real people of the Most High, the devil gonna try to keep everybody away from them. Make everybody turn on them, make everybody oppose them. Because then that'll stop you. Or that'll possibly, depending on what the Most High feel like doing, that can get you judged. Now, what is that? I can see it in the... Look at that. And I just bought this shirt like 3 days ago. Y'all gotta realize, when I be out here working, it's nearly impossible to stay clean. Look at that. I can see it on the thing. I just bought this shirt 3 days ago. Now it seems like I gotta buy another one. But, yeah, I'm gonna have to go buy another shirt, man. Excuse me, y'all. I don't know what that is. I can see it, though, right there. But let's get to the more important stuff. This is why I haven't, like what I've been doing is, yeah, I'll talk about money and business and stuff on here. But it's certain people in everyday life that I'm not going to talk to. And I know they noticed that I don't be talking to business with them. Like if I said that you don't respect me or you don't believe that I'm going to be successful, I'm not talking, like 2025 I said, I'm not talking business with these people no more. They'll be bringing up stuff that don't got nothing to do with nothing. So, but it's when you realize it. When you realize that you don't have enough money. Everybody talking about money, but if you're not doing nothing to go get it, I don't trust you. Like, if you look, it's one thing to have a bad situation. We all fall in ruts. But it's another thing if you ain't doing absolutely nothing about it. You should be doing whatever you can, even if it's just looking for a job. You done did something. Because this money thing is important. It is, man. If you sitting around talking about conspiracies, I talk about conspiracies too, but I don't let them get in the way of the money making. That's you either lazy, you don't believe in yourself, or something. If you just talking about, well, they said that the economy is going to crash. Well, if it crash, it crash. We'll adjust. What if it don't, though? If it don't crash, look how much time you wasted believing it was going to crash. You like the dude with the one talent. Remember I talked about that? I need, if I'm going to have any woman, well, not need, that's not, then I want, there's the right word, a woman that's ambitious, energetic. Because if she started denying me sex, I ain't gonna want to deal with her no more. One that be like a lot of time when I see entrepreneur by their name, that's positive with me. Because even if they ain't, the fact that they put that right there says a lot about them and how they think in terms of money. And I can work with that. And they can have a job, long as it don't interfere with what I'm doing. I don't care. At least they trying to help you. There's a lot of women out there that they won't, no matter how bad it get, they won't help you, and they still gonna criticize you when it get bad. So if they got a job and they helping you, they contributing, then that's a good thing. The next thing is you putting your energy towards getting it. See, once you see you broke, if you were sitting around saying you broke but not doing nothing, you go sit down somewhere, man. Now, I was talking to somebody, and it's obvious it's been some backstabbing going on. So, this particular person, I don't even know them personally, but they just got a problem with me. You gotta stay away from them type, because them the type that'll get you in trouble. I'm telling you, they'll find a way to get you in trouble because they probably think they can whoop you. But then when you get them, now you got problems. Just stay away from them. You're not going to be friends with everybody. You're not going to have a brotherhood with everybody. There's going to be people that you just need to realize they don't like you. You don't like them. I don't like nobody that don't like me. You're going to give off an energy, and I know that I ain't never met nobody that I liked that don't like me. They got a problem with me. Every time it get to that point, I don't like them either. I've never met one. Not one. It's like people don't want to focus on money. They want to focus on beef and going back and forth. And it's a whole lot of people out there that think they know the word and don't. So when they hear people like me, they automatically want to critique. You don't even know the word. Matter of fact, why are you even watching my channel? If you got that kind of problem with me, why are you watching me? That's what I don't get about people. You think you're going to change my mind? All it is a conflict going to come. Eventually, you get around these people. Just like when Myron, that dude couldn't even articulate his points. Myron was cooking. Why you talking about a black women and this? Man, I don't got to tell you, you're not on my level. And then people, they automatically assume that they know what you got. I challenge anybody, A to Z, to tell me what I got. Tell me what I got. You think you know so much? Tell me what I got. You want to sit around and watch my videos to critique? Come on with it so I can cook you. All that little hide and sneak dissing. You talking to this person and that person. Say it to me. Because you know, if I'm cool with them, they going to come tell me. You got a problem with me? You want to talk about how masculine you is? Come to me like a man. And then some of these dudes be hitting on people that can't defend themselves. Hit on somebody that can. And let's see how well you do. These the type of dudes that got a problem with me. Bullies. Because I always been the bully killer. You a bully. You messing with people that can't defend themselves against you. I can defend myself against people verbally and physically. You say, oh, you act like you're invincible. Listen, I'm going to find a way to win. You ever met people like that will cheat and get dirty to win? See? Some people, man, I'm never gonna rock with you. You ain't no change. You can't not like me this minute and like me the next minute. Nah, man, that ain't how it works. If I know you don't like me right here, I'm not gonna trust you. Ever. I forgive you. I won't hold it against you. But look, this is where you wanted us to be. This is where we at. Because when you start dealing with the spiritual, that discord, man, that'll mess up everything. All you need, you could have one person in your church that ain't down with you and they'll mess the whole church up. That's why I say I'm going to be kicking people out of mine. I already know the Most High done already schooled me. People you got to be on one accord. You should not be going to nobody's church that you don't like or you don't agree with. You be right at the door. I'll be like, hey man, don't let him in. Then these people think they could just swing off on, I'm going to try to break every bone in your body if you swing off on me, especially if you got something petty against me. Especially if I don't do nothing to you and you try to swing off on me, I'm going to try to break every bone you got. And it ain't nothing no court can say, really. It ain't substantial battery when you defending yourself. These people be out here on bull. Can't even be smooth. Mad at everybody. But you saved though. You a believer? That's why people don't go to church. You mad at everybody. Mad at your father. Mad at your brother. Mad at your mama. Mad at your ex. You mad at everybody. But you masculine. You a believer. Man, you need to go sit your little childish self down and learn. Find somebody to learn from, because you ain't there. And think about how many people is like that out here. Childish as a kid. They practically 25, 30, 35, 40 years old. And still act like they're in elementary school. Mad at everybody. You misrepresent. Don't keep the Most High out your mouth. You not representing them right. And then I hate when people try to argue against my points, but they won't come to me with it and get cooked. Or this what they do. Now this how you know you're not masculine. If you trying to debate somebody or you have a disagreement with somebody, you won't let them get a word in. That's what females do. I said, when people do that, I'm going to hang up in their face. And I don't even like or believe in doing it. But I will. So, it's like this. Next thing. Realization of the order of things and the way the order should be. The Most High, your health, your money. Notice I ain't put people in there, because everything that people touch turns to mold. They mess up everything. The Most High gave us a whole entire galaxy, whole entire earth. And that wasn't enough. They messed it up. So now a holy, pure, Most High God has to sit and hear about and see a bunch of people acting like savages. But when you got the order right, it's like, you know, or you'll perceive that you got to stay away from people. It's people you're going to have to avoid. It's people you're going to have to avoid. It's people you're going to have to leave behind. Because you got to order things right. The Most High, health, money. When it comes to people, though, no matter who they are, no matter what your relation, acquaintance, association is with them, if they are a hindrance to what you're trying to do, then you got to leave them behind. You can still be nice to them and stuff like that, but I wouldn't live with them. I wouldn't live close to them. I would limit my dealings. Nobody arguing is weak and petty. It's too much to do, too much to eat, too much to accomplish to be sitting arguing with people. Okay, when you always arguing with somebody, it's because they don't believe in you. They don't respect you. A person that respects you, you ain't going to be arguing with them. Like, look at my bona fide subscribers / supporters on this channel. And tell me, how often do you see us argue? You don't. You don't. You see me arguing with trolls. And a troll could be somebody that live on your block and don't like you. And they know you got a channel. Trolls are cowards. Especially if they're not showing their face. You're a coward. You coming on, you creating accounts to say something slick. That's a coward. Why won't you say, hey, yo, this is such and such, and this is what I think? I can respect that before I let you have it. I can respect it though, right before I let you get yours served. So you got to have the realization of the order in which you need to put the categories of your life. If you got a wife or a girlfriend or even your kids first, your order is off. And therefore your money is going to be off. If you ain't with them peoples, and you even see people that is with them that's broke. They're not handling their money right. They ain't got their order right. They broke too. I do this thing now where I just, like, this is how I had to be. I don't know about y'all, but I had to refuse to spend money sometimes to keep it. So I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna put this in my wallet and I'm not gonna spend it. I'm gonna put this in my wallet and I'm not gonna spend it. I'm gonna put this here, I'm gonna put this there. Next thing, you gotta understand that consistency always pays off. So you gotta discipline and you gotta discipline yourself and be consistent. You can't be trying to rush it, because sometimes when you try to rush it, I know this as well, you waste your money trying to get money fast. This is where, like, gambling can be a problem, because if you gamble, you trying to get the fast money, sometimes that's money you could have just held on to and been consistent and been disciplined. I would be rich if I had all the money that I gambled saved. It's all right to play, but if you gonna play a lot, you should have a lot. You should think about it like this. Let's say you choose to gamble, which is not a sin. That's self-righteous. That's man doctrine, not the Bible. And you say, if you only got $100, you don't play $100. I'm going all in. That's dumb. If you playing $100, you should have 1,000 or 2,000 or even 3 or more than that. I think a rule of thumb is that you should never play 10%, more than like 10 or 20% of what you have. So if you got $200 in your wallet, if you play more than 20, you playing too much. Because there's always that possibility that you can lose. But with saving, you can't lose. Saving money is the only way that you know you're not going to lose. You can lose in investing. You could lose in gambling. The only surefire way to win financially is to save your money. Because even if you got 10 incomes, if you spending every dime, you still ain't getting nowhere. Saving is the surefire way. You say, yeah, but look, man. Look, I agree that investing is part of it. But I think that people emphasize too much on investing, because investing is something that people control. They can pull the strings on it. Whereas you saving money, if I save $10, I got $10. If I save another $10, I got $20. If I invest $10, What do I have? 997? 991? That's the point I'm making. Oh, well, the dollar is losing value. Well, then what can you do? What can you do? You're not supposed to worry about that type of stuff. You're supposed to focus on whatever it is you need to do. You don't worry about no war. You don't worry about the economy collapsing. Is it collapsed today? No. If it collapses, you just adjust. It'll be a whole lot easier if you save and something happened 2 years from now and you sitting on $250,000 cash. And we go through a little temporary spell or something, couple months, you already got 250,000 cash. Now it's over with and you still got hundreds of thousands. Oh, I don't listen to him because he ain't got no money. There's a lot of people that got money that want you dead. That's why that's not smart. So you gonna listen to somebody who wants you dead over somebody that's trying to help you have a better life? Go ahead. Go ahead. Go listen to him. I don't have time for you. I don't have time for you. You are an enemy. You are op. And then, like I say, people don't be knowing how much money you got. I can't listen to somebody that you judging by outward appearance, which is proof you ain't got God like that. Proof. You ain't got him like that. Everybody claiming him. You judging by outward appearance, that's one of the main things he warned against. What Bible is you reading? You judging by outward appearance? Elementary. Preschool. It's your arrogance. You really don't know nothing. You just arrogant. How's you still judging by outward appearance, but act like you know something? Man, you is not on my level. You can't have no church. You'll run everybody off. You'll be in the church fighting. If you see me fighting in the church, you know I was defending myself. You ain't gonna see me taking off on nobody at no church. You might see me canceling and take off. But anyway, a little more on this subject. And we'll a little more on the subject. If you need people, that's next. You're going to come up short financially. Look at every person that needed people. They always lost. Whether it's Jonathan Majors, Shannon Sharp, Cardi B. It don't matter who it is. Everybody that need people, they always lose. It's people that's in the grave because they needed people. You at the party, you think they like you, but they don't like you, so they beat you to death. You at the party with enemies. They chasing you through the woods, trying to kill you. And all you was doing was trying to have fun. When you should have been the type that your attitude, if I have fun, I have fun. If I don't, oh well, I'm going to make myself have fun by myself. They always come up. Zion, always come up short. I got so many. Always come up short. Bill Cosby. They always come up short. And a lot of women, the reason why you ain't got the right man or you ain't got no man is because you want people to validate your selection. Instead of just trying to find the dude that's going to stick to you, that's going to treat you right, and that's going to team up with you in a way that's going to make life grand. You want the dude that your friends going to be bragging on. Yeah, she got a good one. You still trying to compete with your friends and make them jealous. You holding a grudge against every man over something that happened to you when you was a kid or when you was in college. College people, we really, thinking back to college, you be knowing a little bit, but you don't be knowing about life like that. So people gonna be making mistakes in college. It's women that got heartbroken in college, now they feminists. I see them on YouTube. I'ma prophesy to you. You the finest chick on YouTube, but you a feminist because you still holding on to that heartbreak when you was in college. Dude just flat out chose somebody over you. Dude, listen, let it go. That's not these other guys out here. Y'all know all of a sudden I just start prophesying sometimes. You one of the finest, if not the finest on YouTube. But you got you get angry over anything, and then some of y'all you got violated, and it's sad. It is. But move on in your life, man. I know it's hard for me to say, oh, it wasn't you. The only way you gonna make your life better is if you just move on. It happened. Let it go. Now you get so worked up over anything remotely similar to what happened to you. Let it go. Let it go. Too fine to be. Look, I see I can see, I'm a prophet. I can see what happened to you. Let that go. It ain't, you can't, holding on to it ain't gonna make it better. But letting go of it will. It happened. Unfortunately. And then you start trying to do witchcraft to try to get revenge. You don't even got to do that, man. You get connected to the Most High. The Most High got you. You acting like Carrie. Remember Carrie? They're all going to laugh at you. Remember how she did all them? You trying to be like Carrie. Let it go, man. Holding on to it ain't gonna make it better. You gotta let it go. Holding on to it is gonna replay it. It's gonna cause you to replay it. You know what you hold on to? Some money. Get that. Hold on to that. Hold on to the Most High. Hold on to physical health. And hold on to money. You can hoard money. You can do whatever. Hold on to it. I wouldn't care if you had money just all through your house. People will be coming in your house like, dang, man, they'll be like, you wouldn't be able to trust them. Imagine if a person hoarded money, had money everywhere. That's how you got to get to the point where you trying to hoard it. Then you gonna have it. Like if you hear Grant Cardone was basically talking about how people should be warehousing money practically. I agree with that. That's how I want to do. That's how I want to have it. Instead of throwing it in the garbage, you putting it over here and you keeping it. Just like if somebody got a dirty house, right? Somebody be eating, they'll throw a plate, then they'll throw another plate. It's 365 days in a year. They got 365 plates with chicken bones everywhere. It is that's how you gotta be with money. Y'all ever watch that show Hoarders? Disgusting. But imagine if you did your money like that. It's not gonna be disgusting, and your life ain't either. You gonna have the best of the best. So hoard it. Buy what you need to buy. Status is a good thing. But how we gain status is through, it's not just through how much we have, it's what we have. That's status. Status is what you have. So when your money start growing, your status is growing. When you start getting a fleet of cars, that's status. So a lot of rich people, they be like, man, I done had all these cars. A car don't impress me, because they already got the status. But a person that's trying to get the status, them cars going to be impress them. They gonna be like, oh my God! Imagine when I get the Paris Song. I'm getting at least one ticket. I'm getting a ticket. I might wait for them. I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna wait for the police, and then I'm gonna say, I'm sorry, officer. I just had to test it out, and I'm gonna have enough cash that whatever ticket they give me, I'm gonna pay it the same day. Status. You gotta have people around you that's willing to get the same status or higher as you. If they don't want status, you just want to argue. You want to fight and argue. Man, if you don't get out of here, man, you're not finna get me in trouble. I don't need them kind of people around me. I need people that's smooth. Just on some player type stuff. A player. Smooth. We could dap up. We dapping up. We done shook each other hand 10 times. Just having fun. Like we done for real, bro. One. Just shaking each other hand. Not somebody, man, I don't like dude. Man, he think he broke him. Man, get your punk. Man, I'm not finna cuss, man. I'm trying my best not to. But it's like now, in 2025, when you start thinking of how these people be, it's hard not to cuss. It was easier back in like 2003, 6. Now these people is terrible, man. Oh my goodness. That's why you got preachers. Preachers cuss now. They're trying to be like me and a couple other ones, but trying to be transparent and authentic, saying what they got to say, but you know. You around, you done made the campfire. You got the drinks. You got the lobster on the plate. You and your guy, y'all shaking each other's hand. Y'all talking. You got the females around. You don't need that dude around it. Then you punch him out And now the police taking you to jail. I don't need people I gotta fight around me. I need people that we gonna eat and we gonna be merry. I don't need that, man. My crew that I came up with, we was not fighting. Like when we was little, we used to fight each other from time to time, get into it, this like. But my guys on my block, once we hit 18, 19, 20, we had disagreement, but we was not fighting each other. And if somebody was finna fight, somebody always stopped it. Now these dudes be shooting their best friend. It's like, we'll be like, I remember one time, and my guy, he probably be watching my video. He probably remember this. So we all outside drinking and listening to music on the block. And I had noticed that they kept, like my one guy kept saying little sarcastic stuff. And he was just bouncing, it was bouncing off. But I forgot what he said. He had said something, and he just asked him, like, hey, man, you trying to box? He said, nah, man, I ain't. He said, okay, then, checked him. And I was like, hey, man, just chill out, man. I had to diffuse it. He didn't want to fight, dude. It was too big for him, and he wasn't going to get him, man. He wasn't going to get him, man. But he kept saying sarcastic stuff. And my guy was like, man, you trying to box? They both was cool. We all cool. Like, we, same neighborhood. Everybody out there chilling. He just kept making comments. And I had noticed it before that. But I was just kind of like trying to ignore it. Like, because I know how to instigate. I always used to instigate. But like when I got older, like 20, 21, 22, I was the diffuser. I wasn't trying to instigate nothing. That's when we was kids. I'd be like, I'm the one that was like, oh. That was me. Always wanted to see a fight. But when we got older, I didn't want my guys to be fighting each other. So he kept saying stuff to him and about him. And dude caught it. He's like, hey, man, you trying to box? He's like, nah, man, I ain't trying to box. He said, okay, then. Checked him. Just stop talking like you know, blah, 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 blah. I was like, hey, man, just chill out, man. Handed him a beer. Old English. Handed him a beer. That's when we was drinking them St. Ides. We had a cooler full of them. My guy had a tree by his house. That tree is gone. But that tree was there all while we was growing up. Then if something happened to it, they had to cut it down. We used to bunny hop off of it because the curb used to be up like this for some reason. Then it was the tree, so we'll come riding from that side, and we was hitting bunny hops off that curb. And so we right there with the cooler, with the St. Ides. We got the beer in there. Everybody done chipped in. We out there. And dude just kept making little slick comments. There's a lot of people that's dead. People don't play that no more, man. Like, you could joke around, but like when you see somebody getting serious, that's when you stop joking. You don't keep joking and they starting to get mad. You be like, my bad, man. And you change the subject. But anyway, thanks for watching. Keep tuning in for more videos.